All right, everyone, welcome to tonight's meeting. Mr. Curtis has a few announcements and some awards to give out. I like that everybody settled down, everybody's already settled down.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, and guests tonight, we appreciate you coming this evening. There's a lot of places, a lot of people could have been tonight. And one of the things that we've been doing in the past year is recognizing individuals for statewide achievement. And this year, during the State Beta Club Convention, whether it be the high school or the middle school or the elementary level, we had state awards. We had state winners. We had state winners in skits, we had state winners in officers, and we had state winners in different types of placement of certain things that they do, showing advancement of studies and scholars. And tonight I'd like to recognize some of those. Some of those could not be here. We'll recognize those that could not be here. We'll recognize them in January and get everybody recognition for that. And we had some that we were very, very proud of you. We're very, very proud that you're from Cannon County. And we're very proud that you are representing now in the offices of state. We had a state Beta Club junior president. We had a state junior division that was in the junior division that was the president. And we also had one who was in the elementary division who was the president. So I'd like to honor them, Mr. Chairman, in this. When I call your names, you'll come up, and we'll try to get some pictures. Ron, could you give me my phone right there, too? And I may get Teresa, since she's here tonight, to be our official phone taker-uppers and our picture takers. And as we do that, thank you. So as I announce your name, come up, and then I'll try to do those that are officers. We will do the officers first, and Teresa, you're going to have the director's phone. Please don't call off school tomorrow or anything to the director's phone. So at this time, when I call your name, if you'll come up, we'd like to first recognize Mr. Cameron Booth. He is the Tennessee State Junior President, Vice President. I'm about to give him a promotion. So is he here tonight? I thought he was going to be here, so we'll take care of him in the January. And then we have also, who is a state junior, that's Miles Alexander, but that is the elementary division. He is the elementary division vice president of the Beta Club. So let's give Miles a hand. Congratulations, Miles. We'll face that way with Mr. Keith. And Teresa, you want to get a picture of us around here? And here's Cameron. Okay, very good. So let's get that one. Congratulations, Miles. Thank you. Let's Teresa.
Let me just get over here.
And she'll get her with Keith and give you another. How's that, Miles? Congratulations. Heard you gave a wonderful speech. Got it? Thank you. Congratulations, Miles. And Miles just informed me, the smart young man that he is, that Mr. Cameron Booth is here. He is the Junior Division Tennessee State Vice President, correct? All right. Congratulations. We'll get a nice picture if you'll look that direction toward Miss Teresa. Here's your certificate. Just turn around that way. Congratulations, Kim.
Can y'all say like that one more time?
Sure, we sure can. Let's give these two fine gentlemen a round of applause. So congratulations to them. Also tonight, we had some winners from different clubs who did great things, and one of those clubs is the Westside Beta Club. I'd like to honor them. And so when if a representative would come up, in the junior division, Westside won first place in the skit, and the skit was called Men in Tights. So let's give those guys who come on, if y'all come up. And from the West Side, that's the Westside Beta Club Junior Division, first place in skits. Now, you can tell us what the Men in Tights look like. Or maybe in a second, you can tell me.
I have video.
You got video, so we can get the video.
It was hilarious.
Teresa, you got it? Okay, thank you. Congratulations, West Side. West Side also won, and that is in the elementary division. And there's 3 divisions, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. You have your high school division, your junior division, and then you have the elementary division. So, and West Side also won first place in that skit, and that skit was entitled Mario Kart. So, can somebody come down? That was in the elementary division. Okay, come on down, guys. Y'all can bear this. Come on down. All right, get right in here. Let's get in front of that microphone right there. So we get everybody in here. Y'all's there's y'all certificate. Take that back. Have that frame. Give that to Miss Rita. Put that in the trophy case.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I've got a few more there. Congratulations. We're proud of you. Let me shake your hand there, young ladies. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Also from West Side, we had the West Side Bank Club Junior Division, and this young lady placed second place in the entire state for apparel design. That's Abby Alexander. Come on up, Abby. Congratulations, Abby. What a shirt. Tri-skull. Congratulations. I want to continue on the West Side run here. I have a little partiality, some of them say, because I was there for 22 years. Not that I'm counting, Mr. Sanders, but 22 years there.
Great, that's 22 years of your career, right?
I don't know about that. But I love West Side too, because they're part of me. So, and congratulations, winning from West Side, 5th place in the entire state. And this is in one of the scholarly events, and that is in engineering. And with the following individuals come down: Cameron Pruitt, Jaden Shannon, Marlo Mace, and Beatrice Mace. So if y'all will come down, let's give these 5 engineers a hand. Where is Camden? And I'm going to get you a new certificate. Blame that on Miss Rick. I got a little note there for you. Jaden, and Marlo, and Beatrice. So let's give these fine engineers a nice round of applause. Congratulations, guys.
Mr. Curtis, can we get a picture of all the West Side?
Sure, we'll be glad to. If we can get all the West Side crew, can y'all come up? And we'll get one picture with me and y'all, and bring your certificates if you will. And we'll get all those certificates, and we'll get all West Side, and y'all can put that on your website.
I know Miss Rita will want
Oh, absolutely. She is unavailable. Her granddaughter's had some games tonight.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Thank you so
Gideon?
much. Gideon wants to hear.
No problem.
All right. Cameron, come on around.
Yeah, you see you back there. Yeah, you're trying to hide. There you go.
Here we go.
There you go.
Thank you. Perfect.
Okay, I'll let Miss Teresa put y'all in such laws.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, West Side. One group of Beta Club folks that never disappoint. Never disappoint. They've been doing it a long time. I have been on record of calling an individual old, and I apologize for that. She knows who she is, and I apologize. But guess what? I'm going to put her on the spot. Y'all want to put a teacher on the spot tonight? These kids, y'all want to put a teacher on the spot? I will. It's normal. How long have you've been the Betty Club sponsor at Cannon County High School?
46 years.
Excuse me, what was that?
45, 46. I can't remember.
45 years. Let me just say that for the record's sake. I'll go the low number, probably 46, but we'll say 45. 45 years Beta Club sponsor from Cannon County High School. And I would dare say in those 45 years, and help me out here, Ms. Normal, probably over half of that, we have been very competitive in what we do at the big club. And they go, would you say half of that as a math teacher, maybe?
I would say 90%.
90% of those times, we have been competitive.
We've had, I can only remember 3 conventions that we didn't have something to enter in the name.
Now, you hear that? Y'all hear that? That we've only had maybe three times where they didn't compete in something, right?
Right. You know.
Give her a hand for that, folks, please. If it's normal, we have certificates for, guess what? Cannon County High School. First place, number 1 place in talent, the 2019-20. They are going to national competition. So, Cannon County High School, we got Ms. Norma, are you here to do that? So let's do that. They were first in the campaign skit. And then we also had first place, this Amber Pansy in painting. So, first place winners. Man. All right, let's keep moving. Thank you, Ms.
Right,
Norman.
thank you.
Appreciate you so much. Now, last but certainly not least in my presentation tonight is our Employee of the Month. And tonight, I've basically got an Employee of the Month and a special recognition. Employee of the Month for the month of December is a cafeteria worker. And the cafeteria worker is one who has worked incredibly hard at this school. Woodbury Grammar School has worked on many, many different initiatives for us. And Ms. Teresa Lewis is here tonight. She can probably tell you a whole lot more about Ms. Brandy Hobbs than what I can. But what I do know is that our summer feeding program that we feed, basically we feed the community. We feed those kids who are involved in various special programs. We're doing that. We just recently got a statewide grant for breakfast on the go. Is that the proper nomenclature for that, Randy and Teresa? Is breakfast on the go. And what that means is that we're serving more kids. More students are being fed. And Brandy goes way beyond when I do the nomination for this. I mean, people were giving this individual multiple praise. And I would like to do so tonight as Director of Schools. Come on up, Brandy Hobbs. On December of the month, December of the microphone, and I'll try to get the graduation.
I got it.
Congratulations. I have one more, and then I'm done. And that is an employee that I think the world of. And Mr. Chairman, members of the board, we have individuals, I think most of y'all will agree, that work and go beyond in their jobs. We have individuals that go beyond what they don't have to do, they do, and we have multiple individuals across the system that do that. And I'd like this young lady to come up tonight, and what she did, she went beyond. She went to class after class after class, and now has and graduated as in the first class in Tennessee to be a certified county financial officer. So we have one of a few, and she'll probably tell me how many they were, that she is one of those who were in that first class to graduate via the comptroller's office to be a certified county financial officer, and that is Ms. Joyce Taylor of Cannon County High School. Ms. Joyce. Congratulations. How many were in that class?
I think it was 195.
195. We had 2 from Cannon County, Ms. Joyce and Sabby from the Highway Department. So we are very, very fortunate to have this. Now, how many classes do you have to go through? 11 classes once a month. Homework, test.
Yes.
Yeah. You heard a test every month. And she had that, but she wanted to go through and wanted to get better. better at what she does. And now we have one of only, of not 195 in the whole state that we have here in Cannon County. We're proud of Ms. Joyce. We'll hold the certificate. There you go. You can come give it to you, Ms. Joyce. Congratulations. Mr. Chairman, that's all we have tonight.
All right, let's get started. Take attendance.
Roll call. Mr. Daniel. Mr. Elroy.
Here.
Mr. Sanders.
Here.
Mr. Turner.
Here.
Chairman Fain.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, you have 4 here, 1 absent. You have quorum, sir.
All right, guys. First item on the agenda is to approve the agenda. I have a motion.
Make motion to approve.
Motion's been made. Do you have a second?
Second.
Second's been made. Call the roll.
Motion made by Mr. Turner, seconded by Mr. Elrod to approve the agenda of the December 12th meeting of the Cannon County Board of Education. Mr. Manuel is not here. Mr. Elrod. Mr. Sanders. Mr. Turner. Chairman Fain.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, 4 ayes, no nays.
Passes. Item number 2, the consent agenda. Would you guys like to approve these all together? Or would you like to go? I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion's been made. Do you have a second?
Second.
Second's been made. Call the roll.
Motion made by Mr. Sanders, seconded by Mr. Elrod to approve the consent agenda. A, approve the minutes of the November 12th meeting of the board. B, approve rest trips number 3833, 3836, and 3837. Approve resolution to transfer funds from the account another to another within the series for food service, federal, and general purpose. Mr. Elrod.
Aye.
Mr. Sanders. Mr. Turner.
Aye.
Chairman Fain.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, 4 ayes, no nays.
Okay, Ms. Patterson is not with us tonight. What she's needing is permission to apply for the TN-RMT safety agreement. And I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve that. Do we have a second?
I second.
Second's been made. Call the roll.
Motion made by Mr. Fan, seconded by Mr. Turney to apply, to allow permission to apply for the Tennessee Risk Management AIM Safety Grant. Mr. Elrod.
Aye.
Mr. Sanders.
Aye.
Mr. Turner. Chairman Fain.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, 4 ayes, no nays.
All right. We'd like to go to number 5, Mr. Curtis.
The pressure is on, I feel it. Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I think you've got my update of late. I will not belay that point. However, it's been a very, very busy couple of weeks, number of weeks. And today I was at Cannon County High School. I get a report this morning at 6:30 that the heat in the old building is out. So Mr. Curtis did go over there. I did have conversations, let me say spirited conversation with the president of Tedder Company. And we were on there, and then Mr. Malden, I did call Mr. Malden, and I won't care to tell it for the record. I said, I'm tired of commercials. I'd like to see some action. I had a technician here within an hour. So Mr. Malden, and I appreciate you train. He stayed most of the day. And we worked on things, and Tedder Company will be back because they have to do the actual repairs. This guy was for training, knew what he was doing, looked at our system and gave us some recommendations. And that was taken, and we left, and now we have a game plan for them. Their technician will be here all day Monday for us. In the meantime, we got all those units working. Only 2 units are not working. We've got a major leak in the guidance counselor office, so we may have to replace some carpet there and go with tile at some point. So, but the carpet was pretty soaked when they got there. It was a water leak in these water source units. What I did find out from Mr. Tedder after our conversation, I kind of smoothed out, and he did too. And what I did find about with the train grant, hopefully that we, or I say grant, the EESI program, hopefully that we can replace some of these water source units that give us all these problems, that we can replace them with something called a VRF unit that Mitsubishi and Train have gotten together on that are long-lasting and do not use water source units. So there's some hope there once we go into the investment grade audit, and we do that. I think we're going to see that we've had so many problems with these, and the problem is necessarily it's not the unit. One of the problems is it's the piping leading to the unit. It's 50-year-old piping, or 40-some-odd years old piping. Excuse me, I don't want to exaggerate, but only 40-year-old piping there. Yeah, and some of these gaskets are starting to fail, particularly now that we've got the water problem solved. It's getting lots of hot water to these gaskets, and some of these gaskets are failing. But we continue to have problems with heating and air at Kent County High School, and we're on top of it. And our maintenance guys working hard, and the train folks and Tedder, it's everybody working together trying to get these solved. And other than that, it's been a very busy time. And I'll let maybe the chairman elaborate on some of the. We've had some tragedy in our school system, in our Kent County School statewide, and I appreciate, and I'd like to go on record thanking all of our counselors. Miss Bonnie's not here tonight because her mother-in-law passed away. Her funeral is today. And I want to go on record here tonight thanking our counselors for being at Kent County High School and working overtime and really going beyond what we brought our elementary counselors in, other systems offered us help if we needed that. Part of the Upper Cumberland Consortium I'm in, and many of those individuals, I put a thing out with the Upper Cumberland, and just about every person in the Upper Cumberland, every director offered their services. So we'll do the same thing for them. I mean, when they have situations occur. I do have your Lexia report is in your packet. Ms. Mullins is out. She's at training right now on some pre-K stuff. So she has your packet, as she promised you every month on the Lexia. But that's all I have. Like I say, lots of things happening, and we're applying for grants. I've got the Governor's Civics Grant. We've taken that on. We're going to apply. Every school is going to apply. And that's for $5,000 per school. And then we are applying for a $15,000 grant for the district. I'll submit that tomorrow morning, or in the morning. I've got everything ready to go. I've got a great committee working on that, and represented all schools. They've been very wonderful about doing that. So I appreciate the principals. You see, none of them here tonight, they're at ball games. They're out serving as principals tonight, so we appreciate them. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis. All right, I've got a couple of things here I'd like to talk about. First of all, I'd like to thank Ms. Joyce Taylor. You have no idea how much you really do for everyone. It goes beyond, I know what you do. Thank you. Ms. Lewis, you had 3 of my children in one way, shape, form, or fashion. Bless your heart. Thank you. Thank you. I would like everyone, I know the board members do, but please talk to your children. There's not a lot of us here to play this, but warn them of the dangers. We've had some tragedies. Everyone keep the Todd family in your heart. Everyone keep the Hackney family in your heart. And I'm going to try to end on a happy note. I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Thank you for your service. That's all I have. The next board meeting, the next workshop will be at the central office, guys, in 2020, January the 7th. Next year, it's just around the corner. The next board meeting will be Thursday, January the 9th, 2020.
Mr. Chairman, I have a correction on that. That should say Monday, January the 6th, because we have a ball game February the 7th. So,
Well,
if y'all will note that, please. It's on our schedule. We approved in September. So my apology with that. I didn't check that.